Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I am going to have a little fun today with my Tiny Tip Tuesday. I'm going to make you a fun card, and I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, and those are the two of the inks that I'm using, plus Memento Jet Black. And then I've got 3 pieces of basic white. One is for the inside. It's cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. One is going to be matted by this piece, so it is 3 3/4 by 5. And then this piece is what I'm going to be coloring on. So we're going to start with that. And I'm using the super fun Hey Birthday Chick. Now, I know sometimes we forget about this one because, you know, it's winter, but it's so stinking cute. And what got me doing this was my sister-in-law, Kelly, has this thing about cupcakes. And I'm going to show you something on Thursday, which is pretty hysterical. Her husband used a cupcake card I had made for her, you know, to give away to somebody. And he used it without her permission. So then he was like, "Oh, Carrie, can you make me another one?" And of course, I didn't have those products anymore. So I'll show you how I did that on Thursday. So make sure you come back for a, just in case on Thursday. So I'm going to be using this little girl right here. And I do have the die. This set has a matching die set. And I'm also using this Happy Birthday die, but I've already punched everything out. So there's where we are. That's what we're going to do to get started. So also we're going to be using black Stampin' Dimensionals. I don't know if you guys realize we have black in our dimensionals, and the pack comes with 2 sheets like this of the mini ones and 2 sheets of the regular size. So you get 4 sheets, 2 different sizes. So it's amazing. The black is on the sides, and oh, I love them for when I'm doing something that's dark. Okay, so I need a scrap piece of paper because I'm going to be doing some blends in a minute. And I'm going to start by inking up this adorable little chicken. And I'm just going to stamp her anywhere I want, because I'm going to cut her out. And then I'm going to do some fun stuff with her. I am going to start with her little cupcake, which I am going to do in, the frosting is going to be Granny Apple Green, because why not, right? And then for the cupcake base, I'm just going to do a little bit of light. And I'm actually going to be using the, this is the light, gosh, my eyes are going, Smoky Slate. And I'm going to use the pen end this time. I'll be using the other end in a minute, but use the pen end. And I'm just, because we're going to assume this is kind of a white cupcake wrapper, but I wanted to give it some shadowing, just a little bit. Okay, and then I am going to make the candle be a little bit kind of like fire. So I'm going to start the little lit part. I'm going to start by painting it in Pool Party, and then I'm going to take the Magenta Madness, and I'm going to use the pointy end, and I'm just going to put a little dot in there. And I don't know how well you guys can see that, but if you look close, it looks like a little burning candle. It's probably a little easier to see in person than it is there. So there's a little tip for you, a fun way to make a candle. Now I'm going to do something fun with this chicken in a minute, but I want to get her going. So I'm going to get, I'm using the pointy end again because I want to have a little bit of control. So I got her little nose. This is the light pumpkin pie, I believe. Yep, the light pumpkin pie. And then I'm just going to do her legs. And then like that. So that's kind of fun. And then I don't have that anywhere else. So now I'm doing all this coloring, and I have everything else here that I used, but it's Tiny Tip Tuesday, so I got to go kind of quick. So I'll probably just show you the finished card. So I'm going to take the Balmy Blue, And, you know, she's got a little age on her, so her hair's gotten, you know, some streaks of blue in it. We're going to call it gray, but I didn't want to do gray. I wanted to do it fun colors. So I'm just doing a little bit of the balmy blue in a couple of places. And then I am using, I'll probably move around and do a few of these. And then I'm going to use the Magenta Madness to fill in some of the other hair pieces. Because she's, you know, she might be older, but she's still a pretty groovy chick. So, and even though the lines don't say, you can color this any way you want. You know, you don't have to follow exactly what it says to do. You know, like it looks like I made these all one color, but there's other colors coming off of it that that don't have to stay that color. So there you go. There's our, she's not as pretty as my other one. I think it's because I covered up some right here. So anyway, I'm going to do all that, but I want to show you, I took the light, oh, that's soft succulent. The light, there it is, the light smoky slate, and using the brush tip or the pointy tip again, I kind of went along and just did a little tiny bit of shadowing on the chicken. I didn't want a lot. I'm going to keep her white because you know chickens kind of are, but there's a couple of places where some shadowing can make some sense, and so you can kind of shadow her quite a bit. Now, one of the things I did on my finished project was I did color in these dots. Okay, I made them a little bigger than they need to be here, so you just so you guys can see. And then this is going to seem really weird to you, but I kind of went around her feet, and this is going to get cut out, mind you. And I wanted to have some shadowing, even though I'm going to cut it out in a minute. Well, you guys aren't really going to see me do that. So because I knew it was going to get cut out and it'll give it a white edge, so I did all that. And the reason I did that is when I stamped my cover for the inside, I wanted to give her shadow. And so when she was on there, I wanted to have her grounded. Now, I'm not showing you everything that I did on this because I'm just going to show you the finished project because it's Tiny Tip Tuesday. So my first tip is think about grounding. So that's like my main tip, ground your image. So if this were just on the card alone, see how it looks more like she's like standing on the ground? It makes a little bit more sense. And then I wanted to mat that, but I wanted to do the happy birthday. And I wanted to do it in 3 colors. So I already pre-die cut out in Granny Apple Green, basic black, and then to save money, some of you who've been in my clubs know that I will do this when I'm sending you a kit. I punched it out of the center of this because it's not going to matter, and you got to pop out all the little pieces and stuff, of course, but it's not going to matter because this is going to get matted by this. So think about that rather than, you know, having that be wasted. You could you know, just cover it like this. Now, a long time ago when I first started scrapbooking and I was really on a strict budget, I cut this out as a window and kept that whole section so that, I mean, it wasn't going to show. But I will tell you that I don't do that anymore because what I have found is that the cardstock over time, I was doing it with scrapbooking where it was really a problem. Eventually you start to get a crease. I mean, you won't get it here because it's just too little and there's too many. It's not going to happen. But when you've got a big old square cut out, you might start to get a lump in your design. So you see the basic pieces of what my card looked like. And then, of course, on the Granny Apple Green. All right, so now I'm going to show you the finished project. And like I said, I cut her out with the die. So she has a really cute die, but here is my finished card. And I did pop her up on regular dimensionals, regular white ones, because she's more white. But see how the gray made a difference? I mean, it just, if you want to, you can wait after you've colored this in. And then after she's cut out, go ahead and do the gray to match. That works as well. Or you can match it to this piece, whichever way. But see how I did 3 layers here? And you probably cannot see, but I did use the black Stampin' Dimensionals here because from the side, they almost disappear. You don't see them, just like the white does here because it's white on white. So anyway, so my tiny tip is remember to shadow. Think about using black Stampin' Dimensionals because they are awesome, awesome, awesome. And get those blender pens out and do a little playing. I don't know what it's like by you guys, but winter has wintered. And we have a lot of snow on the ground. And of course, it's just the way it is in Michigan. We're going to have it for a while. So anyway, I hope you liked those little tiny tips today. And that you will continue to follow me here on facebook.com/memory inkers. Remember, if you share this video, you'll be in my prize drawing for a free gift. If you want to shop, my Stampin' Up! Website is memoryinkers.com. This hostess code is only good for like another hour. I'll be closing that up because today's the last day for it. But if you want something, just let me know, or I'll have a new hostess code tomorrow on the Facebook page. So, all right, I hope you come back again Thursday. I have some fun stuff to show you how I saved my brother-in-law. Okay, have a blessed night. Bye-bye.